Like here?
There's a lot of hurt feelings going on in the VTubing space right now. And I believe that when someone is crying, a lot of the truth comes out, intentionally or unintentionally. And this situation has been very hard for a lot of people to deal with. It has. I'm not going to react to all of this because there's a lot more.
I'm looking for, sorry, people in chat said that people were criticizing the artist. I'm saying I haven't seen it. But then again, guys, like, I mean, let's be real. Like, this is kind of like a huge thing. So I'm telling you, I haven't seen it.
And I'm trying to be sensitive of the subject, but I think it's important to kind of showcase just how much it's hurting everybody. And, you know, a person who I care about quite a lot, Shylily, was forced to tear from how awful this whole situation is being. And it kind of breaks my heart that things are getting this bad. Once again, I'm not
really terminally on Twitter, by the way. I just want to be clear. I only see the very surface level stuff.
Play this whole thing. I just want to say right now, things are very difficult on Twitter side, the social media side, for all the VTubers involved, for all the people involved, and everything that's going on with the Cinder debacle.
Camilla says, I got on Twitter for food posts. Yeah, me too, man. Those fallow stuff on X is so nice.
It is a shame that no one really got a legitimate apology from Cinder, that she wasn't trying to downplay and divert and scapegoat off to her boyfriend. And I think it's important to showcase just how bad this really has gotten, to where, you know, VTubers are going live and full tears, breaking down over this situation. So this is going to be a little bit uncomfortable, but I want you guys to understand how emotionally fragile things are right now. And if you guys could do me a personal favor, if you could go support all of the VTubers that have been involved in the situation, Spite, Shylily, Bao, Cotton, Nano, I mean, and then there's many, many, many more. But right now, a lot of VTubers need y'all's support. A lot of VTubers need y'all's love. So please go over there, show them some appreciation, especially if these clips resonate with you at all, because it does hurt, the feeling of losing a friend. It would be, you know, it would be nice to say that it's just one VTuber that was reduced to tears. In fact, there's actually two. Yeah, so Gary with a snail says, this bit hit me at my core. I dealt with this countless times through my whole life. Just communicate, man. Don't go to people who care about you, even if it's one-sided. Just talk to them like an adult. Let's just watch this, and I'll try to break it down here, because I know things are getting very muddy with emotions. And by the way, I do want to say, if me posting this content to any VTuber, or any content that I've posted is causing any VTuber any harm, please DM me on Twitter. I'm down to remove type of video that I have. I just thought this was important to showcase and kind of break down and show everybody just how truly everybody is hurting. And please, 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 I'm going to include the link to these VTubers in my bio, to where you guys can go support them directly. It's getting really bad.
There's nothing more confusing and more painful than seeing someone in your friend group.
So from what I heard, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but what I saw was basically, wasn't there a case where Bao felt bad about not getting the model, and then Cinder was the one comforting them about it, and it was like, that's crazy. That's actually like so crazy. Like, I can't, dude. Oh my god, that's crazy. Crazy if true. If true, that's wild. That's something else.
Be so kind and so warm to everyone around you, and feeling that they have slowly become colder and colder towards you, and not knowing what you did or if it's your imagination.
To be fair, that's a girl problem. That's an insecure girl problem. I don't think that has anything to do with this. That part specifically. Yeah.
And this is something that I feel like a lot of people have gone through this entire
Yeah, I know, because I have that too.
life, where communication is the most important thing, and letting resent build up without proper communication is going to lead to fallouts, and fallouts is going to lead.
I've learned to do this thing where I just message them. I message like one of my friends, and I did this to Shy one time. I just messaged Shy. I was like, Shy, I need to ask you a question. And she was like, what's up? I was like, you mad at me? Did this make you mad when I did this? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay. Like, and then it was solved. and then it was solved, and then there was no problem.
The turmoil, and that's going to be an earthquake amongst everybody, you, that party, and your entire friend group. As a guy where I've, you know, and obviously my Twitch chat's here, my YouTube chat's here, you guys have seen how many people I attempt to help who stab me in the back. I want to remind you guys, this is something that I actually forgot. So first of all, I had dinner with Cinder's
I can't talk about it.
manager with Mythic yesterday, and they reminded me of a lot of things where I'm not sure if you guys know this. I was actually the one who got
Didn't Tectone stab Agman? Wait, what? I didn't even hear about that. It wasn't Tectone the one person that stood up for Asmon when everybody was bussing him? I swear that's what happened. I swear Tectone was the one person that was like, Asmon Gold's a good person. What are you guys talking about?
got Cinder into Mythic, and it kind of fucks me up a lot because getting people into Mythic is a fucking big deal.
Tech did bait a little.
It makes people.
Man, but everybody baits though. Everybody baits. Like if it's for like a YouTube video, everybody baits, man. Bait is how you get clicks. That's just the world we live in. That's the game. That's how the game works.
A lot of money. It is the greatest ad agency of all time. It's not even close. And this is something that I completely forgot about. And I guess I feel somewhat responsible, in case you guys are wondering, Cinder's
Everybody
manager,
baits the types of answer the question.
The collaboration manager, I went to go eat with him. He was the one who messaged Silvervale to perhaps collab with Cinder. I'm sure you guys saw that screenshot. And he's a great guy, by the way. He's a great guy. But I somehow feel responsible knowing that I gave someone such a life-changing opportunity, and somehow maybe I'm at fault for causing the ripple effect of setting up Cinder for financial success so much that maybe it got to her head and she just wanted more and more and more and more. And I'm trying very hard not to blame myself, because how could I know? Because it is crazy. Because I mean, I shit you not, like meeting Cinder, she was so fucking nice. But I often have a bad time blaming myself during all these ordeals. But yeah, it's just difficult, and things are very muddy right now, and that's why everything is very confusing.
But because everyone loves them, you don't know if you want to say anything. And so you keep it to yourself, and you keep hoping it's your imagination. But then the cool...
It's like music is like so fucked up. Like what's happening? It's creating like dissonance in my brain. Like the music.
realization hits that it
It's like freaking elevator lobby music with like person with Bao being really upset.
wasn't. And it's even more worse than you could have ever imagined.
Watching a friend slowly turn to hate you and resent you, and you don't know what they did, you don't know what you did, and it's generally because you didn't do anything. There's a lot of friends that even I've lost where, and I think Bao might be blaming herself right now, and I'll be real, as a guy who often blames myself for a lot of things that I shouldn't have, Bao, and I think you need to hear this, Cinder never hated you for anything that you did. Cinder hated you for what you had. And I think Cinder's greed to become more consumed her, and she saw
It's envy, not greed.
anybody with anything more
I guess
than
it's
her
a little
has.
bit of both.
Why do they have this and I don't have? And I just want Bao to know that you're okay. We appreciate you. We love you.
Amalgamite says I focus on politics and games as much as possible. VTuber drama is just a bunch of catfights. You know what, Amalgamite, you're not wrong.
Everything's all right. You didn't do anything wrong. Don't beat yourself up. Now, this next one is from Shylily, and this one's going to be so hard. I've never heard. Okay. To be fair, I've seen Lily cry one time, and that was because she was so excited to meet me in real life. She teared up a little bit, which, by the way, was one of the most wholesome moments of my entire life. This was like 3 years ago. I love this woman. I do. She's amazing. Beautiful on the inside and out. Just an all-around amazing person. And I think what's important is a lot of people saw her crash the fuck out on Cinder. And a lot of people are wondering why that. Well, I think this clip... And
Yeah, because like she doesn't really participate in stuff, right? Like I think Rev said that
all of it.
in like drama, basically. And she went fucking nuclear.
I'm trying to explain how deeply hurt everybody is from this, because right now there's this narrative going on, and I hope that I'm wrong. I'm usually not wrong. A lot of people are saying, okay, guys, enough's enough. Leave Cinder alone. She doesn't deserve all this. And I feel like if the community starts holding people's hurt emotions against the VTubers, that some VTubers are going to be bullied into apologizing when they really shouldn't. And that's why I kind of want to make this video, is to show how real this is, to show how raw this is, to show how hurt they are, because people are thinking to what they did to how people are acting is disproportionate. It's not. And I'm sorry, guys, it's not. The VTuber circle is so tight knit. It's so involved that when someone who is so heavily tied with everybody else becomes a bad egg, and you realize that every moment that you had meant nothing, it hurts. It sucks. And to weaponize that against the girls is incredibly toxic and incredibly fucked up. We need to understand there are real people behind these VTubers. And I know a lot of people want sunshine, rainbows, and happiness back, but you can't demand that on a whim. You can't demand that out of nowhere. These people are hurt and they need to get that hurt out because otherwise it's going to destroy them. So a little bit of understanding would be even better. Now let's keep going here. All right, by the way, I do want to go on record, and Cinder said that she didn't get a proper thank you for her raid because she only said the pyro pups. I've been raiding Lily for like 2 years and she always says Eggy raid. She never says Tectone raid because get this, that's how you're supposed to greet a raid. So that shit was insane.
I know I'm emotionally too close to make unbiased statements, but this is not a VTuber thing. This is not a indie thing. This is not a girls thing. This is any person. This does not. People always make such a
All time.
bigger picture where they just drag in the whole fucking everything. It's not. It's such a big deal because it's one person, and this isn't the norm. That's why it's a big deal. It's
It's a good thing I don't have eye trackers right now.
fucked up, but. Like,
It's a girl thing 100%. That's kind of that's not to say that like dudes wouldn't have something similar to this. It's just it's very prevalent among women for sure. Yeah.
to keep in mind that there's so many people that connected because of this like space. They made lifelong friends, brother. Like it's just, you can't replace that because of one bad egg. You can't.
Yeah.
It's crazy to make it seem.
Leaf with a self call out says Tolka, listen, what's the best way to deal with those kind of things? Like negative mental inclinations. What's the best way? The best way to deal with it is to be aware of it. If you like pretend it's not there, then you're more likely to give in to those things, basically.
All just like a blanket. Sorry, I'm so emotional. I can't talk about this unbiased because.
So what she's saying is a lot of people are freaking out on who's real and who's fake in the VTubing scene. And I understand that. Sometimes when people get hurt once, they just don't want to risk it ever again. And they're willing to throw everything away. I'm not going to say who, but I know at least 2 VTubers who have been burned so many times that they're just kind of done with everybody. And it's a shame when 1 bad egg, 2 bad eggs spoil the whole bunch. But it's like even me. I mean, you guys know how many times I've been fucked over. And that never makes me give up on trying to meet new people. Just because Michael and Brandon hurt me doesn't mean that Zarya will. You know what I mean? That was some fucking crazy ass fucking names, but I'm just trying to make sure you guys understand the analogy. That a lot of people are kind of just so fucked up by this because once again, and I mean this genuinely, I am usually not the one to be fooled. Even I did not see this shit with Cinder coming.
Thanks for the bits, lover.
And I think, as no joke, a top 5 player in North America for Among Us, I think I'm a pretty good read at people. That's a real statistic, by the way. 2022, top 5 North America Among Us. Even I got fooled by this shit. So just imagine how, and I'm gonna be real, to replace a more severe word, a lot of VTubers in this space, they're just a little bit silly and they're very easy to fuck over. And that's kind of the problem. And so if I didn't see this coming, I don't expect anybody else to see this coming because it was from fucking out of nowhere.
I'm too close.
I think the reason behind this is specifically the VTuber community has done this. VTubing has created a like optics basically that it's all one big friendly happy family, and that like everybody, we're all VTubers, we're a part of the VTuber community. And that's like kind of what happened. So like everybody kind of assumes that like everyone's friends because they're VTubers. That's the problem.
The fucking topic, bro. Like, one nasty egg doesn't make you throw away the whole fucking box of eggs, bro. That's just, you just remove the nasty egg and you're like, ew, what the fuck? You're not gonna never buy eggs ever again just because one of them was rotten at some point. Hell nah. You can't blame the whole egg industry for one rotten egg.
True.
That's crazy.
True.
Suki, hello. Yes, it's Phil. I've met such lovely fucking people, dude.
Yeah.
Saying it's all of those people when I literally have things in this very room. And this room I don't keep anything.
People do that all the time, Cecilia. Yeah, I was about to comment on that too. It is something that people do all the time, where if something happens to somebody, they get traumatized by it, and then they just don't want anything to do with like the entire thing. Like a good example is like sometimes someone will eat something bad, and then anytime they even think about eating that again, they get sick, like preemptively.
Things, but when I literally have things in this very room that is from people I love and support.
I think the thing that has been the hardest for me in all this is the personal conviction. I've been realizing that as I've been researching and working on things to try content creation, that I've been trying to do and think about what and how others do things, not about how I want to do things. And I'm realizing the only thing separating me from others is that I do have these ambitions and dreams and desires. I just haven't acted or given into them. I'm hoping I can be better.
Okay. Real quick, if you're not caught up on drama, you're so good. To the people who do know, having ambitions and goals.
I think it's so important to get caught up on this shit because it's heavily affected the entire. I know a lot of people want to not see drama and live in delusion, but I think it's so important to get informed on what's going on in the world. Yeah.
Goals and the need for growing and a specific drive to keep up with your peers. All of these things are normal. All of the it's just business. All of these things are normal.
Can somebody make me an "It's Just Business" emote for whenever I can enable that on 7TV?
What isn't normal is
That'd be an amazing emote, actually. That would be so funny. Thanks for the follow, Raven. Thank you.
down others, sabotaging and manipulating them actively, while on top of that, also.
Yo, Anonymous, thank you for the gift sub to Buff Pup. I used to talk to Buff Pup all the time. Buff Pup's very sweet. I haven't talked to them in a while, though.
Playing two sides of the coin at the same time and playing one personality in one regard and another personality in another.
Yeah.
You know, like literally, quite literally.
Using your friends as stepping stones for success and watching them fall into the pit so you can achieve the mountaintop is fucking disgusting behavior.
Being
Do that shit to your enemies. Why the fuck are you doing that to people who you're supposed to love and care about?
two-faced. It isn't that all of my friends have the same drive. Everyone wants to do as good as whoever. Like when Numi does something that's really successful, right?
The problem is ambition is like double-edged, right? Seeing like what other people achieve gives you the drive to like want to do better yourself, but it can be easily twisted to like the dark version of it, basically. It's like 1 degree from being like using it as like a healthy motivator to like going like, you know, absolute witch mode, right?
You can be happy for her while at the same time getting the energy and drive to also do something as
yes, ambition without principle is fatal. Exactly, Argo Slip. The problem is that the unchecked ambition is the problem. You know how people use the analogy that like medicine is also poison? It's kind of very similar to that. You need to be tempered in what you do. And, you know, that applies to medicine as well. If you don't have like a fundamental grasp of like morality, it can easily corrupt you. And that's why power corrupts, by the way. And the thing is this is a thing that is just a part of being human. Actually, a perfect example of this that like everybody talks about all the time is like masculinity and aggressiveness, right? So like we are so quick to like see that the masculine drive of aggression as being a bad thing. It can be a force for good, but it's like if it goes too far, then it becomes evil. But you need to have like the temperance to like not push that beyond into like the evil realm, basically. And the way you do that is through having the foundations in some kind of morality, basically. That's how you prevent that.
great, fun, and grand as she did.
And this is the problem with society, actually it's kind of related, is that we have societally thrown away a lot of morals and made them relative. And that's the issue. But Leaf, these beings aren't human. They're all different kinds of beings.
Without feeling
Sure.
malice, jealousy, or the need to put her down, like you can be excited.
You always see this also where you have like some kind of backstory for a villain where like they wanted something and then they immediately take like the thing that gives them the power the fastest, right? So when it comes to like this specific example, right, what's easier? Is it easier to like ensure your position by outplaying and like, you know, outplaying and outmaneuvering the other person? Or is it easier to just like basically leg them and like cut them off at the legs before they even know what hit them, right? And it's and that's why people do these things. It's easier to tear down than it is to build.
And happy for someone, but at the same time having that be the reason that you also want to give it more.
Cinder will be okay. Hot take says deviation. Well, we've seen cases of this happen before, and they just it didn't really affect them. So but then this is like probably the biggest one I've seen. So it's hard to say, I think.
You also it reawakens your drive to do something. Be like, man.
Camilla's a great example of this. Camilla's one of my favorite VTubers, a very good friend of mine. I love her with my whole heart. She's always been good to me. But Camilla did a very good job of showing that you don't need to burn people to get ahead, but she would just befriend everybody, lift everybody else up, and in turn, those same friends would lift her up. And she's had a meteoric rise in the content creation space. I'm gonna give her a little plug here real quick. I mean, look at this fucking meteoric rise. I met her in 2020.
Zargblog says it's like the Apostle Paul once said, the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control.
Too, by the way. Yeah, this is where I met her. I met her when she had about 10, 11 viewers, and I would talk to her late at night in a VR chat world, and I talked to her about like how to grow her channel, you know, how to do better, how to be better, and to see where she's at now in 2025, it makes me so fucking proud, because she is absolutely amazing. And I'll be real. Me and Camilla haven't talked in about 7 months. We haven't. We talked yesterday, and she always apologized saying she's so bad at getting back to DMs. Here's the thing, it doesn't matter. Some people take that shit way too serious.
Tiskies, it's funny mentioning religion when the entire branding was being a hellhound with a heart from heaven.
You know what I mean? If we were good the last time, we'll be good the next time. Sometimes people don't talk for a long time. I'm gonna be real.
That's true. Like Ayla. I haven't talked to Ayla in like a long ass time, but we're like talking now.
And I'm gonna keep these people's names anonymous. I got reached out to by about 15 people who I admire greatly in the content creation space, who I used to talk to much more frequently. But you have to be understanding in this field. It is so hard to keep up with messages between creators.
It is.
As a CC.
This is very fucking hard. I got. Oh my god, guys! I gotta fucking tell you guys, okay? And I know someone in the chat's gonna be like, "Ooh, Leaflit, Leaflit, so many friends, Leaflit." If you're a content creator, you get like a fuck ton of messages, and I miss them all the time. And like I feel bad about it like every time. Like man, I feel so fucking bad. Like sometimes like because what happens is when you're busy, you'll read a message from somebody, but you don't have time to reply at that moment. So you're like, oh, I'll reply to them after. And then after you come back, you have another 20 messages. Do that small? It even happens to me, says Kyril. Yeah, it happens to everyone that does this kind of job. Shago, thank you so much for this. And that's, by the way, it's not even just messages, by the way. I'm not even talking like just like DMs, like all of the DMs from all the platforms. DMs from Twitch, DMs from Patreon, DMs from X, DMs from Discord. And then you have emails. You have like random emails that you get, and then like you have the you know, like the different emails that you have, like your personal email. You have your email from like the website, like if somebody like has to contact you, like business opportunities. You have like sponsor emails. You have agency emails. You have like all of this shit. Yeah, and the thing is like it's kind of hard. Like it really is. And like sometimes you'll just miss it, or you'll reply with like something short, right? Because like you don't really have much time. And that's just how the game is, you know? I mean, it is what it is.
And I'm, with no exaggeration, guys, I get around 400 messages a day. And I attempt to respond to at least 5 of them.
So fucking true, man. So true. Shit.
But it's hard. It's hard, bro. It's hard.
Yeah, sometimes like I get like emails. Like I get emails from like random stuff, and I can only really afford to read the title. It's like I'll read the title of the email, And then if the title doesn't immediately like the subject line doesn't immediately like make me think, oh, this is something like I would be interested in, I just don't even reply to it. And it's not that like I'm too good to like give a reply to like the email. It's more like I just don't have time. Like if I literally replied to every single thing, I would have no time in my day, like at all, right? I try to read every comment on YouTube, but sometimes I'll miss them because I'll usually read comments like right before bed, or like when I'm pooping or something, and I'll read comments, and or like, you know, I have a little bit of time, like, you know, I'm in queue or something for like, you know, I'm taking a break, I'm in queue for like a game, and like I'll read comments during that time. But sometimes I'll miss like a block of them because I will just go like, oh, where did I leave off? When was the last comment I read? And I'll just like fast scroll until like I see, oh, I read that one. And I'll fast scroll. Oh, I didn't read that one. Okay, I'll start here. And then I'll just like go from there. But then there might be like 4 to 5 comments I missed. So it's hard. Yeah.
So having understanding, sometimes you got to grind that shit. It is what it is. But if we ever find ourselves in the same area, we'll always be good. But yeah, you don't need to burn bridges to grow bigger. Just be good to those around you, and those that you were good to will be good and turn back to you.
Man, that's so cool. Now I also want to do this, you know? But what you wouldn't do is
What the fuck?
undermine Numi's success and ideas.
What the fuck? No, I was like, you're gonna give some to XQC. Thank you.
And everything she's done behind the scenes and sabotaging it so I can do it bigger and better and grander while saving face in front of her.
Yeah, do this shit to your enemies. I'll be real, there was a streamer called Enviosity that was a massive piece of shit, right? I fucking hated the guy. So I took his time slot on Twitch and I obliterated this entire content creation channel and I exposed him as a fucking fraud.
Holy fuck.
Right? That makes sense.
That's crazy.
But if I were to go do
That's
that,
cutthroat.
to,
Holy
like,
shit.
Sophia or like Laro or Shinya or Gotcha Smack, like, what the fuck? It's just a fucking rat ass behavior. Like, tearing down your homies is insane. Bro, just find the motherfuckers that you hate and do it to them.
Being happy for her and encouraging her to do these things.
I sent a message to my friend. I said, sorry, I was trying to obliterate your time slot. And she replied with, how dare you? I trusted you. Oh my God.
And being so proud of her while behind her back sabotaging her at the same time. It is completely normal to have it. Whenever my friends do something, I'm like, fuck, that's so fun. I also want to do this.
Same.
Or something like it. When my friends get a cool...
Yeah, some of my favorite memories were like, oh, dude, Asmon and Emmy are gonna play this game. I want to play it too, so we can see who does the best. Like, our Only Up was so fucking fun. And I remember Emmy, this is making me reminisce. I miss those two so bad. I'm not gonna fucking lie. I do.
Aww.
I love those two so much. They were so good to me. And I'm trying not to get sad about it. We still talk. We still talk. But don't get me wrong, guys. I do miss steak and eggs. I do. And I've never admitted that publicly, but I do really miss steak and eggs. I miss our weekly talks. And I told them that I wouldn't say that because I don't want anybody to get sad. But I fucking miss that podcast, bro. I love it so much. It was such a good time. It really was. It was such a good fucking time. Those two were some of the best friends I ever had in this space. They were so fucking kind. Legit. But yeah, it hurts. It does hurt.
Why did they
model,
stop?
I'm like,
I think
fuck.
they stopped because of the Asmongold thing. When like people were canceling him because of the comments.
Look, it's been like 2 years. I also want to have like a cool new thing. I can feel the drive reawaken of wanting to do cool things. I'm like, I also want to do this. When my friends have a cool collab idea, I'm like, fuck, I also want to do this. When my friends play a cool game, I'm like, fuck, I also want to play this.
I gotta tell you guys something. As a VTuber, Shylily is so fucking good at puppeting her model. Like, as a VTuber, like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, she probably looks like a crazy person in real life, like sitting at her desk. Like, if you were to walk in on her VTubing and just observe without her knowing that you're observing, she would look like an absolute fucking psycho. And the reason I know this is because I know what it's like to actually have to I know what it's like because I'm a VTuber, right? All of the way that it moves is all fucking intentional. Like, you can see like where it's over exaggerated and all of that. Yeah, she's really good at it.
Shit, oh god, this topic gives me goosebumps, bro.
It's like every one of those little bounces, that's real. That's her intentionally doing that.
Exactly. I use it to be uplifted by it, to be encouraged and
Yeah, you get encouraged and inspired by your homies. You don't think, oh, I'll do it better and I'll take all their viewers, and then if they want to get a model, no. Like, what type of Wicked West bullshit is that?
I'm just glad to be surrounded by people that give me the drive, but not taking them down. Exactly. Being inspired by them isn't the same as wanting to undermine them. And this is where the big issue comes in place.
Yeah, this is what we said earlier, that it's basically like the ambition and like kind of seeing somebody like do well and it inspires you to do better is just like a couple degrees away from I want to like tear them down so that it makes it easier for me.
And it's especially hurtful when some of the people are, it just sucks when someone you really liked and thought was your friend,
Jesus.
and then you help them with opportunities and you platform them, you make them part of companies and other things, and all they have to say is just, oh,
Jesus.
the other partner, it's just when they see you as something so vile, when part of what they want to one-up you about is something they have because of you.
Jesus Christ. And once again, it's not anything that Lily did. It's just what Lily had. And that's what's so heartbreaking about this.
That just hurts, When you see the way they talk about others that mind their business and stay in their lane, or how they go behind others' backs, contacting companies to steal that's what hurts,
Yeah, definitely a feeling that I'm very familiar with.
Man, that's super fucked up.
And I think that's a feeling that a lot of people.
That's super fucked up. So like hold on, am I reading this wrong? Basically, it's like they were kind of buddies, and it was like, yeah, let me share my resources with you. And then they were like, now that we have it too, like let's freaking monopolize them. That's fucked up. That's like turbo. That's turbo fucked up, man. That's like next level fucked up. The heck?
I don't know how people have the ability to break down like that and regain control so quick. When I lose control, I lose it for so long. So like, the mental fortitude it has to talk about this shit is actually so impressive.
Let's get some
Yeah, this group, according to Bao, she received for help from everyone. Oh man.
There you
go. Oh god. I'm so shaky from haven't had any sugar today. It's already
That would have been an amazing segue into like plugging the gamer subs thing or whatever. That would have been amazing if she was like, I didn't have any sugar today, but you know what does have it would have been fucking amazing. Actually, it would have been so good.
Have it.
I would have fucking lost it if she did that. I would have been like, oh my god, what a fucking professional.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I did a bad job at comprehending chat, but thank you for the hearts. It's really sweet.
Yeah, where the hell are all her super chats and her fucking gifted subs, guys? What the fuck is this bullshit? I don't see any alerts going off, man. Why aren't y'all showering her with your fucking appreciation?
Go send her some right now, Tectone. What the fuck?
To all you guys there, where the fuck is her 100 gifted, bro? What's going on?
Of you. I don't even have the right to be so upset. I'm just upset for my friends.
You absolutely do. You have every right.
I was good.
It sucks. I would love to fucking do a podcast with her right now, but I'm fucking banned on Twitch. Like, fuck me, bro. Like, come on.
Oh wait, that's right. He can't because he's banned. Right. True. Anonymous, thank you for the gift sub to KQSII. Thank you so much. Oh, we got unbanned today. All right.
Yeah,
Did they change their mind?
It's passionate for them.
Yeah.
Like that audio you have replaying in your head every time you think about the night that was so hard for them. Fuck, man. Oh, that hurts so bad.
Yeah.
You got banned for calling someone fat?
Who's cutting onions?
So impressed with her ability.
Wait, hold on. Are you telling me it's actually so crazy that Tectone gets banned for calling a person fat and he gets a 2-week ban, and then the other person tells veterans to get PTSD and they only get banned for like a day. That's crazy. Also, like, aren't veterans a protected group? Isn't that like hate speech? It seems like hate speech to me, you know?
To regain control of something.
Not in America. I don't believe in hate speech, by the way. I don't believe in that shit. But I mean, I'm just saying, according to their own rules, that's hate speech, right?
So painful. But hopefully this makes it make sense more to you guys of there is no disproportionate response to what has happened in the VTube. And all of this animosity, all of this vitriol is very much deserved. These are real people who really got hurt. And if they can't grieve, they can't heal. So I encourage you guys to be a little bit more understanding if this situation lasts a little bit longer than comfortable with. But it's a very real thing and it needs to be talked about. Please go support the girls in effect. I appreciate y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and go subscribe to all members. Bye-bye.
All right, this is guys, this is a little heavy. I want something a little light, you know? Oh, this sounds so good though.